1984. George Orwell life, Eric Arthur Blair born in India in 1903. Studied at Eton College. Against the British policy in India. Live like an homeless to see society's reaction. Joined United Workers' Marxist Party in Spain. Worked as a journalist in World War II. Lived on the island of Jura, Scotland. Died in 1950 in London. Style fiction imagery and symbolism third-person narrative. Words are clear, simple and short. Non-fiction. Real-life events. First-person point of view. Colloquial diction and sympathetic tone, 1984. 1984 was written in 1948 and published in 1949. This is a dystopian novel, as the writer does not represent the society of his dreams, which would be a clear utopia, but he creates a completely negative world, maybe the worst possible. Every part of the world, which is divided into three superpowers involved in a continuous war, is dominated by a different kind of totalitarianism, Oceania by the Inok, Eurasia by Neo-Bolshevism and East Asia by obliteration of the self. Plot. In 1984, Winston Smith lives in London, in Oceania. Oceania is a totalitarian society led by Big Brother, which censors everyone's behavior and thoughts. Winston is disgusted with his oppressed life and secretly longs to join the Brotherhood, a group of underground rebels against the government. Winston meets Julia and they secretly fall in love and have an affair, which is considered a crime. One day, while walking home, Winston encounters O'Brien, an inter-party member, who gives him his address. Winston had exchanged glances with O'Brien before and had dreams about him, giving him the impression that O'Brien was a member of the Brotherhood. Since Julia hated the party as much as Winston did, they went to O'Brien's house together where they were introduced into the Brotherhood. O'Brien is actually a faithful member of the inner party, and this is actually a trap for Winston, a trap that O'Brien has been cleverly setting for 7 years. Winston and Julia are sent to the Ministry of Love, which is a sort of rehabilitation center for criminals accused of thought crime. There, Winston was separated from Julia, and tortured until his beliefs coincided with those of the party. Winston denounces everything he believed him, even his love for Julia, and was released back into the public where he wastes his days at the Chestnut Tree drinking gin. Characters: Winston Smith, intellectual, member of the outer party. Editor responsible for historical revisionism. Journal of negative thoughts and opinions about the party and Big Brother. Name is the same of Churchill. In love with Julia, who repairs the My Not True novel writing machines. Newspeak. There is a great relevance given to language and thought. In fact, there is a complete section of the party which works on the language spoken in Oceania. Their aim is to simplify and even eliminate all synonyms and antonyms. This fact has an important effect, as it limits the personal way of expressing of every citizen, and doing so also the ability of thinking. Doublethink. This is the possibility to maintain and believe in two ideas at the same time, even if they are completely contradictory. This principle is particularly important for the party because people, as they can't recognize and distinguish between two opposite ideas, are constricted to accept, and even exalt, what the party states. A clear example is black-white, which has two meanings, depending to who it is referred to. Applied to an opponent, it means the habit of impudently claiming that black is white, in contradiction of the plain facts. Applied to a party member, it means a loyal willingness to say that black is white when party discipline demands this. Themes: there are 5 main themes in the novel. Nationalism, which can be positive in the love for the Big Brother, negative in the hate for Goldstein, and transferred redirects emotions from one power unit to another. Sexual repression, which is represented by the Junior Anti-Sex League, and even Love is Forbidden. Futurology, as the party wants to create a society completely oppressed by his own power. Censorship, in fact there is a Ministry of Truth which rewrites articles and changes photographs to change the reality. Surveillance, as everyone is always watched and listened to at any time.